Okay, we're going to get started with lesson M3, which is now solving systems in a different way. And in this case, it's by elimination. The important thing that you want to remember is right here. If two terms are the same sign, you want to subtract. If they're opposite signs, you want to add. So what you essentially want to do is you want to eliminate one of the variables by either adding or subtracting. Since these two 9y's are the same sign, they're minus 9y's, we actually have to subtract. So I'm going to go through and I'm going to subtract the 2x, add the 9y, and subtract the 1. I had to distribute that minus sign throughout. 8x minus 2x gives me 6x. This is eliminated. Equals negative 24. Divide by 6. And in this case, x equals negative 4. Now we're not done yet because we have to take that negative 4, plug it back in, and see what y equals. So I'm going to take it into the 2x, 2 times negative 4, minus 9y equals 1, negative 8 minus 9y equals 1, add 8, negative 9y equals 9. If we divide by negative 9, y equals negative 1. On the next one, they are the same sign, so we have to subtract. Subtract. 8x minus 9x is negative 1x. These are eliminated. Equals negative 4. Divide by negative 1. And x equals positive 4. We're going to take it, plug it back in. So we've got 8 times 4 plus 10y equaling 22. 32 plus 10y equals 22. Subtract our 32. 10y equals negative 10. Divide by 10, and y equals negative 1. On the next one, they're already opposite signs. What I want you to do is I want you to turn this into an x and this into an x, because we should have two different variables on here. Since the x's are already opposites, we're going to go ahead and eliminate those. And if we took away a y and then took away 10 more, we took away 11 y's, equaling 22. Divide by negative 11, and y equals negative 2. If I plug that back in, I've got 4x minus negative 2 equaling 10. Add the opposite. 4x plus 2 equals 10. Subtract 2 from each side. 4x equals 8. And x ends up equaling 2. This one we already have opposites in there, so we're going to go ahead and eliminate our y's. Negative 1x equals 26.
Good morning.
So negative 1x equals 7. Divide by negative 1, and x equals negative 7. Take that and plug it back in. 4 times negative 7 minus y equals negative 19. Negative 28 minus y equals negative 19. Add 28. So we're doing 28 minus 19. We get 9. Negative y equals 9, so y equals negative 9. Now on this next one, you'll notice that we don't have opposites anywhere. And so what we want to do is create opposites. So since we've got a negative here and a positive here with our x's, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to multiply this whole bottom by 8 to create opposites. So I'm going to distribute that 8. I've already, on top, I've got my negative 8x minus 3y equals negative 6. And then on the bottom, I've got 8x plus 80y equaling 160. I've created the opposite, so I've got 77y equals 154. Divide by 77, and y equals 2. So I'm going to take that y equals 2 and plug it back in. So I've got x plus 10 times 2 equaling 20. X plus 20 equals 20. And in this case, x would have to equal 0. Now this next one doesn't have opposites, but we could create opposites. I see 7 and 14. There's something we could multiply 7 by to get to that 14. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to multiply 2 by all the terms on the top, which would give me negative 12x plus 14y equaling 24. And I'll take my second equation. And since they're opposites, we can go ahead and add. Negative 12x plus negative 8x is negative 20x equaling 40. Divide by negative 20. And x equals negative 2. So I'm going to plug that back in. Negative 6 times negative 2 plus 7y equals 12. 12 plus 7y equals 12. If we subtract 12 from each side, we've got 7y equaling 0. So in this case, y would equal 0. Now there's no easy way to create opposites on this one. What I want you to do is turn this to a plus sign. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to multiply both the top and the bottom by something to create opposites. So I'm going to take this top one and I'm going to multiply it by 3. And I'm going to take the bottom one and I'm going to multiply it by a negative 2, because that would create opposites with our y's. So I'd have 15x plus 6y equaling negative 60, and on the bottom I'd have negative 8x minus 6y equaling 4. So I have 7x, if this is eliminated, equals negative 56. Divide by 7, and x equals negative 8. I'm going to take that negative 8 and plug it back in. So we've got 5 times negative 8 plus 2y equaling negative 20. Negative 40 plus 2y equals negative 20. Add 40 to each side. 2y equals 20. So y equals 10. This next one doesn't have opposites either, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to eliminate my y's. I'm going to multiply the top by 5 and the bottom by 3, so I'm going to have negative 35x plus 15y equaling, I've got to do 26 times 5, negative 130. And I've got 27x minus 15y equaling 66. These two terms would be eliminated, and I'm going to have a negative 8x equaling, I do the subtraction here, 64, and it's going to be a negative 64. Divide by negative 8, and x equals 8. I'm going to take that 8 and plug it back in. 9 times 8 minus 5 times y equals 22. 72 minus 5y equals 22. Subtract 72. Negative 5y equals negative 50, so y is going to equal 10. Okay, I'm going to create opposites on this one. I could choose 18 for my y's. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this one by a negative 3, because then we'd have a positive 18y, and then this one would be our negative if we multiply it by 2. So we've got negative 24x plus 18y equals negative 72, and we've got 20x minus 18y equals 60. So this term is eliminated. We've got negative 4x equaling negative 12, divide by negative 4, and x equals 3. I'm going to plug that x back in. 8 times 3 minus 6y equals 24. 24 minus 6y equals 24. Subtract our 24. Negative 6y equals 0, so y is going to equal 0. Again, if you have any questions, make sure that you stop in and ask me. You can always email me at sullivan719@yahoo.com if it's when you're at home and you have questions, okay? Alright, hope you have a good day, and I hope the lesson goes well.